Hello, everybody. It's another episode of Manic Medicine with your boy Steve B. And I have a very special guest today. It's my girlfriend, Jodee. Say hello.
Hello.
Let me sit back. We're having a special episode of Manic Medicine. And actually, we have another guest, too. Is she in the frame?
She sure
Of course
is.
she is. Daenerys here. She's gonna chill with us and listen and purr and look all pretty. Okay. And so Jodee, I know you, but the audience doesn't know you yet. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
42 years old. I'm a single mom of a 13-year-old boy, and that's about it. Nothing too exciting about me.
Living in Greensburg,
Living in Greensburg.
Pennsylvania. That's where we are at right now.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want to tell us about your diagnosis before we start the interview or the little chat we're gonna have?
Yeah, I was diagnosed. Wow, many moons ago. I was diagnosed bipolar type 2.
Bipolars.
So
I'm type 1. She's type 2.
Yeah.
So what's type 2 like for you? What does that entail?
It's more on the depressive side. I've never had a manic episode.
Right.
So I've never felt mania.
Yeah.
I've maybe had something close to it, but never full on mania. But the depressive, it's I've had like the really bad, dark, deep depressive episodes.
Right. And you've told me before that because you've never had like an episode that how do I get into this? You've never been hospitalized before.
Right.
Because you've never had a full-blown episode before.
Right.
Okay. And so you don't know how fun it is to have to go to the hospital.
I don't.
And meet all your crazy new friends and this and that. I shouldn't say crazy. I should say your mental health chums.
I don't.
It's politically correct.
I've tried. One time my mom did take me to the ER and she wanted me to be admitted, but they wouldn't keep me because I wasn't a threat to myself, to others. I wasn't hearing voices, any of the normal stuff.
They ask you those kind of questions.
Right. So they wouldn't keep me. So
yeah,
I've never experienced it.
It's something else, let me tell you. So what's it like having bipolar 2? I mean, I know you told me you got into it a little bit. Is that like up and down all the time, or you said you're more on the depressive side?
Right.
So you have like depressive episodes, and
right. So it's more like I stay low, and then I have periods where I'm really low.
Yeah.
And then I kind of come back up, and then I'm okay, and then I'll have another where I'm really low.
Do you get like suicidal type feelings ever?
Yeah.
Or
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But that's something that I know that like I would never act.
You never act. Yeah,
no.
Same here. And I've been there too. Mine are a little bit different because I don't get really depressed, but when I have my psychosis episodes is kind of what I call them, my panic attacks, my brain switches and I get into this weird focused state, and I do want to hurt myself, but it's not because I'm depressed, it's because I want it to stop.
Right.
I want the thoughts to stop.
So you're thinking if you harm yourself that it'll stop.
Yeah, like I've been in my apartment and I've wanted to just jump out the window. I've wanted to pull a knife out the drawer and not cut myself. I just off myself. It's pretty intense. and I haven't had those for a long time. My ever since I switched to Seroquel, which I'm actually trying to get off of, but for different reasons. But when I got on Seroquel, the my psychosis episodes have been a lot better. So
Seroquel was my miracle drug too.
yeah, we're both on Seroquel. Sometimes I forget my medications whenever I come over here and I get to take yours, even though you got the big horse pill
I do.
ones.
I do.
I'm on a lower dose than she is, so whenever she gives me her pills, I'm like knocked out for like. Actually, that's not really true. But if I was like if I was taking the what are they 200 milligram pills
300.
300
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Well, yeah, I don't take those. They're weaning me off of that because for several reasons. Um and it's weird because I am losing weight. I don't think I'm losing weight because I'm on a lower dose. But I bet you whenever when I'm fully off of Seroquel, I bet you I lose a lot more weight, which is I don't know. What are your thoughts on the Seroquel and the weight gain type stuff? Like it's
I gained
like
so much weight.
yeah,
when I
that's
went
what
on
you told me.
Seroquel.
Yeah,
So much weight.
right.
And it's hard to get rid of it. It really is.
Yeah.
When you're on Seroquel, it's very hard.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't matter what you do when you're on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could eat next to nothing and you'll still gain, or you'll stay stagnant on it, basically. Um, it's hard to say. I mean, I do want to get off Seroquel. It was a miracle drug for me too. Whenever my panic attack, my like I was saying before, my psychosis episodes have like probably like less than 33% even is what I have is. They're I very rarely have them anymore, unless I get triggered or something, you know. But so medicine, hospitalizations. You got a nice little buddy here.
I do. She's one of the reasons why I stay sane.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I didn't have her, like I think I would honestly go a little bit.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. And I got a note from my doctor because I'm not allowed to have pets in my building. They told me that I'm not even allowed to have goldfish, hamsters, like an ant farm. I'm not allowed to have an ant farm.
That's
so
ridiculous.
yeah, so my psychiatrist wrote me a letter saying that I need a companion animal, emotional support animal. And I've had that letter. I don't even know if I have the letter. I don't know where I put that letter. But I haven't acted on it yet. I want to get a cat too. I've wanted a cat for a long time. The only reason one of the reasons why I don't, and it's not bad in here at all, but I'm so scared that it's gonna smell like cat piss in my apartment or something.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I haven't acted on that yet.
Yeah, that's one of the bad things about her is just a couple times she's gone outside of the box, but I have a carpet shampooer, so that helps.
Yeah.
For when she does go.
Yeah. So what's it like living with your mental health state and living on your own? Like, does it make that really hard living basically? I mean, you have supports. I know you have supports like what's that like?
It can be hard sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
like right now, especially right now, I don't have a car. So
yeah, that's one thing that I know is really hard for you is you're here by yourself and you don't have a car.
Right.
And
I
yeah.
work from home, so that's another thing. Like, I don't have to leave, so I don't have to go to work.
Right.
And sometimes it can get to you, like when you're here all the time, 24/7.
Right.
You don't leave, and
like even yesterday, you were saying yesterday,
was,
or no, today.
Today. Yeah. Like
because it was super nice out today, and you've been like, I gave her COVID. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. But you've been stuck in here with COVID and stuff, and
that's why my voice is a little messy.
yeah, her voice is a little raspy. So,
this is much better than it has been.
But you've been stuck in here with COVID, and you know,
I had a breakdown today. I was FaceTiming my mom and had a breakdown, and she's used to it. She's used to my breakdowns. So she calmed me down and did what she does. And
happy Mother's Day, belated Mother's Day to everybody.
Yeah, and so she helped me out, and I was okay, and I was much better. But yeah, I was having a bad day,
and
I needed to get it out. And once I got it out, and I was able to just kind of get out how I was feeling, and which is feeling like a lot of times is trapped.
Yeah.
Like you feel trapped because you feel trapped inside your own head a lot of the time, and I'm also trapped inside this apartment a lot of the time. So it's like double trapped, and I'm literally trapped right now because I'm not supposed to leave because I have COVID.
What else do you do to take your mind off of living by yourself and stuff? Like what keeps you busy?
I read. I read a lot.
Yeah.
I sometimes write, not as much as I should. I do write.
Right.
Actually, you got me into you brought it up the one day. You're like, well, why don't you just write down some stuff or write down some memories? And so I started writing down some stuff. I've sent you a couple of things, I think, that I've written.
It's nice to write about it, and then it's nice to write about it when. Oh, see, my problem is when I write about stuff, I have a really bad memory. So the fact that I do write it down, then I have the memory of when I wrote it down.
So you're like, oh, I could just read it.
Now I can read it and remember. So
yeah.
But you've had. I have trouble with my memory. I think I'm sure it's because of the antipsychotics. You've said similar things that you think it's robbed you of memories and.
Well, I know that a lot of I have a lot of memory loss because of trauma, trauma from my childhood and things like that. But
right.
I think a lot of memory loss, and I've talked to one of my very close friends. She is bipolar type 1.
Yep.
And has been in and out of psych wards, and I visited her in psych wards, so I've seen the inside of psych wards, but she's even said she's had problems with memory, and it's when you're on psych meds for decades.
Right.
We're talking decades. I'm 42 now, and I started on these psych meds. I mean, I started on psych meds when I was 16.
Wow.
Because I was diagnosed with clinical depression when I was 16. And then I wasn't diagnosed bipolar until I was 24.
Why did they re-diagnose you?
Because
you just talked to a different person and they were like, let's do this again.
Well, I just went to my PCP at the time, and I had been through so many SSRIs, and nothing was helping. And he said, I think that you might be bipolar because these SSRIs aren't working, and it's known that SSRIs alone don't work on bipolar. So
what's that SSRI? That's
Effexor or
What's the class though? What class of medication is that? Antipsychotics?
That's just antidepressants.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, just plain old antidepressants.
Yeah.
So that's whenever he sent me to the psychiatrist that I saw for many years, and he's the one that officially diagnosed me bipolar type 2.
Gotcha.
And
it's like
put me on
bipolar.
Seroquel.
That's like the go-to like diagnosis these days. Well, I don't want to say
Yeah.
these days. It's just like the go-to diagnosis. Everybody's got that. And
I know what you mean, because it's like back when I was a teenager, it's like everybody all of a sudden had clinical depression, and then
yeah,
if you were bipolar, you were like, whoa.
yeah.
Like, I remember when my close friend was diagnosed
bipolar,
and it was
God,
like, whoa, that's a big deal.
Bipolar people got and still get a bad rap.
Definitely.
I feel like there's a big stigma against people with bipolar. If you don't understand like the world we live in, that you and I and like others live in, like if you're looking on from the outside and somebody says bipolar, it's like oh, you're gonna hurt somebody, or you're gonna you're gonna be trouble for you're gonna cause trouble, so we're just gonna stay away from you.
Right.
We don't want to deal with your kind of people.
Meanwhile, like, I mean, like my closest friend, she wouldn't hurt a fly.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's awesome. I mean, unless you mess with her and then she'll hurt you. But like, she, for the most part, like, she's a really just chill, laid back kind of person. And like all the people that I know that have mental illness like this are the same. They're just like chill, laid back people.
Yeah. Well, that's what the meds do to you. The meds kind of turn you into this like chill, laid back person.
Yeah. Well, which I mean, as compared to what I was before the med, I would much rather be what I am now.
Now you were saying before about how like Seroquel was your miracle drug. Have you been on other drugs that have like, given you bad side effects?
Oh yeah.
Like
I was on Jodee.
Oh my god, you were on that too?
That messed me up pretty bad.
That's the worst drug I ever took.
I had like literal leg tremors, or my leg would just kick out for no reason.
I have tremors from Seroquel. You can't tell.
I don't see.
It's usually when I'm holding something like it's starting to do it right now.
That's nuts.
Yeah. What else is what else is what else is Jodee? What other kind of side effects is that giving you? You were starting to say something else.
I can't really remember too much about Jodee other than I took it and I just hated it. Yeah. Just from taking it a couple times, I was like, I don't like how this makes me feel at all. So I just was like, I'm not taking this.
The Jodee is what started my psychosis, panic attack episodes to begin with, in like around 2017, 2018. My life was hell. My life was a nightmare for like, let me think, for like 2 or 3 years. I was living in a hell, and I've talked about it in other videos. I don't know what it was like a chemical imbalance. I don't think I was getting triggered. I think it was a chemical trigger in my brain. And then I would have these episodes, and I would have to like go into my room, curl into a ball, and just like wait till it went away. But like in the meantime, I was thinking these crazy like psychotic thoughts, and scaring the shit out of myself, thinking I was gonna